It's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, family. 5 p.m., 5 p.m., 5 p.m., 5 p.m. Guess what? It is time for one of the bestest, most awesomest, most amazing shows, podcasts in the world. Hidden in plain sight, aka Bridging the Gap with the Mob Squad, aka Millennials Owning Banks. If you didn't know what Mob Squad stood for, bam, there it goes. Millennials Owning Banks. Now you don't have a question. I am 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞, your favorite TV, radio personality, empowerment influencer, the wealth connector, the wealth evangelist, all of this good stuff. And I'm the BYOB visionary for the Mob Squad. Listen, we have an amazing, fantabulous day set ahead before us, family and friends. So welcome everyone. Thank you to Rejoice 904. Welcome to everyone in Facebook land and YouTube land, LinkedIn land, wherever you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We know that you're going to appreciate the information that we speak about today because it's to better you and it's to elevate you. So we are the BYOB movement, the largest economic empowerment movement in the history of mankind. Can y'all believe it? We are all over the world. We're going global. We're going global. No, we already global.
Come on, get it right.
Get me right. Get me right. So we have an amazing topic today about understanding if you've been indoctrinated. Ooh, big word. That was, I almost stumbled over it, but I had it. Yes, I did. Because we definitely need to speak about this because a lot of us have and didn't realize it and don't understand the power of education over being indoctrinated. Excuse me. All of these, everybody trying to reach me today. But anyways, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to let the rest of the Mob Squad go ahead and introduce themselves, and we're going to get this party started today. Mob Squad, let's do it.
What's happening? What's happening, beautiful people? I am Aaron Wells, aka New Type of Money. I am the. Every time you hear that theme song, you're listening to me. Oh, but my bad, y'all. But yeah. Every time you hear that theme song, it was created by yours truly. I am an artist, producer. I am the founder of One Way Entertainment. And I am also a brand ambassador for the BYOB movement and a co-leader in the Mob Squad, who 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞 just told y'all about. We're on Clubhouse Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 o'clock. And we're going to continue to drop jewels on y'all until somebody get it, until a whole bunch of people get it, So tune in. Y'all in for a treat. Let me pass it to my brother Martel.
What's up, beautiful people? I am Martel Matthews. I'm the CEO and founder of Good Feeling Hemp. I'm an entrepreneur here in Houston, Texas. I'm an empowerment coach. I'm a podcast speaker. I'm a conscious speaker for empowerment and enlightenment of our community. And that's why this conversation is always so important to me. It's so strong to be able to come and enlighten and give wisdom wherever we see fit, because communication is what rules the nation, right? And opening up all of our mindset comes with a message that we can hear from each other and just continue to grow. That's my goal every single day, is to make sure that I grow and that I help others grow as well. So can't wait to have this great conversation with you. It's going to be awesome because every time the Mob Squad comes together, it is a phenomenal time. So can't wait to get it started.
Guess I should have took myself off of mute, huh? So before we get started, fam, let's people are asking, how do you get in contact with us? And it doesn't change, but it's amazing the metamorphosis that is taking place, which is we have our own BYOB app. Yes, an APP, an app. And guess what's on the app? Exclusive access to the BYOB movement, including the Mob Squad, fam. Yes, including us, the Mob Squad. So what do? You go to your app store and you download the BYOB movement app, and you get exclusive access to our podcast, the BYOB TV. BYOB TV, you heard it. BYOB, you heard it. I skedaddled on in there. But BYOB radio, our live training calls, profit calls, right, fam? BYOB merch. And also drum roll. Yes, We are the only fully minority owned and operated organization that has our own cryptocurrency token, aka Kingdom Currency, a token with a purpose, as well as our own exchange and educational platform. There was nobody like us. Nobody. Yeah, that's what I said. I keep sweating you. Nobody. No. Yeah, nobody found. And so I'm so excited about that. So you want to get that Kingdom Currency? Because listen, you missed out on Bitcoin when it was affordable. Here's your second chance. Kingdom Currency, kingdomcurrency.exchange, or reach out to one of us and we'll give you more information. Reach us at 833-777-BYOB, right? That's how you call us. Or you can reach us on BeYourOwnBankMovement.com. You heard it in the man's song. He said, BeYourOwnBankMovement.com. That's what the man in the song said. That's what he said, yes. So our topic today is about I was speaking to our visionary about this. This is also one of the things that made this topic just really, wow, like amazing. And so I want to share with you what being indoctrinated is. One second, let me pull up the I had it. So basically, here it goes. I don't know why it disappeared, trying to hold us back, guys. Trying to hold us back. So see the difference between indoctrination and as well as education that I learned, especially thanks once again, shout out to Mr. Gerald Rogers, the visionary of this movement, because we're speaking about it. And it's a belief system. And a lot of people are just going off of beliefs as opposed to being enlightened with education. So I'm gonna pull up the definition of education real quick. I had it. Where did it go? Here we go. So the definition, there it goes. So the definition of education is the process of receiving or giving systematic instructions. So basically teaching, schooling, instruction, coaching, training. I want y'all to hear this: coaching, training, tutelage, preparation, guidance, right? And so we go to the word indoctrinate. Ooh, and it means to teach or accept a set of beliefs uncritically. I want y'all to hear that, uncritically. A synonym is called brainwash, propagandize, convince, persuade, condition, mold. And so I really want to talk about that because it makes me think of the school system and then how the BYOB movement has helped me elevate my mindset and understanding the power of education. Because it did say also a definition, it says education, another word for education is enlightenment. That's deep, right? Enlightenment. And so when I was looking at these, I'm like, man, how many of us have thought we were being educated and it's completely the opposite, that we're just going off of others' beliefs. And then it caused me, I'm the type of person who questions everything. I get kicked out of places, I don't care, I'm going to ask the question. But there's so many people who don't question anything and go along with it because my mama did it, my dad did it, my cousin, my pastor, my friends. And so because someone did it, that means that it's gospel. That means that it's fact. And it's not like that. This is where we have to come and understand the people who were doing all the things that we say my mama, my daddy, my uncle did. How successful are they? Are they living life free? Are they trapped spiritually, financially, mentally? You really have to look at these things. So those are the tidbits I wanted to put out there, but I'm ready to roll with the Mob Squad list. However y'all want to do it, I'm ready for it.
Hey, this is a good topic. I love this topic. I just had to express that because you're so right. So many people, instead of actually getting enlightened and actually, tapping in for themselves, they just, believe what they hear and what they see. And a lot of times you can't even necessarily believe what you see, They say a picture speaks a million words, but now, stuff can be screenshot. Photoshopped and all this and all that. So it's like you really have to do your homework.
You telling the
What'd
truth.
you say?
Telling the truth.
Yeah, but you you really have to seek out things yourself. You know, even with this movement, you know, don't just take my word for it. Check it out. You know what I mean? Come on the calls. Come see what's happening. Don't just hear what somebody else be like, you know, like, oh nah. Like, I've never been that type of person. Like, even with people can say like, oh no, you heard this about him. Like, I'm never gonna look at a person any kind of way until I get to know that person for myself, you know, or a thing for myself. So this topic can go so many different, you know, ways. So yeah.
You gonna do
I
this,
love it.
Martel?
Okay, yo. So what I would say is one thing that I realized is when I started to think about being indoctrinated, I realized that I had to unlearn and relearn daily. A lot of the things that I learned in my subconscious mind and my conscious mind, whether it was from school, college, church, family members, friends, coaches, distant relatives, whatever, right? We learn from everybody that we interact with on a daily basis. But a lot of these things that you learned and you soaked up with like a bounty, that bounty paper towel, and they put the water on it. You see that water? It's just soaked up. It soaked up all the water, right? You know, you be soaking all these things up. But did everything that you soaked up, was that supposed to be in your subconscious mind? Were we supposed to think about these things and say that they're truth? Because a lot of times we've told ourselves that this is the truth. We've gave ourselves these limited parameters on how we can actually reach success. And that's not always the truth, right? So you are hitting on something, Ms. Monet, because that type of mindset, we all got to look and see where are we limiting ourselves from the indoctrination that we've been given, whether it was bad or done on purpose or not. It doesn't change the fact that it's done, right? You know, a lot of times people be like, well, why I ain't know? I didn't tell, I didn't know that. My mama didn't teach me that. My daddy didn't teach me that. It doesn't matter. You need to learn and unlearn whatever you didn't know or do know so you can change your life right now. The emotions are not going to get you ahead. Ms. Tasha Dye tells us that all the time. You can't focus on your emotions. They do not matter in the world of X's and O's, in the world of actually getting ahead to where you want to be and achieving your goal. So I had to personally unlearn a lot of bad habits and bad behaviors to and some that I like, right? I like binging Netflix when I'm overwhelmed and I don't feel like getting up and doing what I know I should do. Shoot, I'll sit on that couch and binge that TV. But I had to unlearn those things, stop doing those behaviors so I could achieve new goals and reach new heights. So yeah, I'll pass the mic, but that's definitely, we got a good conversation started right now.
I like it. I like it. So something I'm gonna come with some facts. You'll say, hold on, let me pull it up. When your facts ain't facting, right? They're trying to hold you back. So I'm gonna read something to you guys real quick. So just some differences between education and indoctrination. And so I'm gonna read a few things to you. And whatever you pick up out of it, let's roll with it. Just some things. So it says education is the process of imparting knowledge with the use of methods like teaching, training, and discussion. And indoctrination is the process of educating a person with a set of beliefs and attitudes. So usually when you're indoctrinated, it's not supposed to take place in a classroom. That's a whole nother story right there. A whole nother story right there. But usually it focuses on beliefs, attitudes, and opinions of particular philosophies. And you're not expected, this is what tickle mean, you're not expected to question the beliefs or ideas that you are told or that are indicated to you. But with questions, when it comes to education, students are supposed to ask questions so they can learn. So let's talk about this. You ever, when we think about, this is my mindset when it comes to being indoctrinated, as in we're told the way that you're successful is you go to school, you get those good grades, you go to college and you get that good job, and your life is going to be great. You're going to be successful. You're going to have the white picket fence. Everything's going to go perfect. And so that's not the reality, because if I'm not mistaken, I can pull up the numbers while we're talking. Most people don't even use their degrees at the jobs that they have. So that's how that's debunked right there, right? Most people go to school to get a good education because they feel from what their family said or what society said this is how a false belief that this is the guarantee for you to be successful. Not teach you how to make money work for you, not teach you how to think outside the box and focus on innovativeness, not teaching you to question everything, but they're telling you this is the template, you're going to be successful. So what happens when you do the template and you're not successful? What does that mean? That's a whole nother topic right there. So I just wanted to drop that real quick. Anybody can pick it up.
Hey, that means depending on the individual, it may not necessarily work. It means it's not a one size fits all, because that may work with some people. She say, what? that may work with some people, but for most of the people that I know, like myself, it didn't work. I went to college. I didn't finish college. I didn't like college. I liked that I was able to network in college, but I just didn't like college. And I don't like the fact that I've been out of college since 2009 and I'm still in debt. Well, I'm still paying back loans. So it seemed like a scam to me, but when you have a movement like this where it's similar to school, where you can learn and you can enroll, you can learn, you can profit while you're learning, you can actually, in school, you don't necessarily get a job until after you get the degree. But in BYOB, you can actually get money while you're learning, and then once you learn the skill set, it's just another one. Like in my DJ Khaled voice, another one. Another one. 777.
Okay, Martel, another one.
But yeah, I definitely agree with Martel. Everything he said was on point. I like to say deprogramming and reprogramming, which is pretty much the same thing he said. Like I got a plug. I got a whole book on this topic right here. True Riches. Go get it off Amazon. Mm-hmm.
Who wrote it?
A guy named Aaron Wells.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
King.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, no, but you hitting on some good points, Aaron. Mainly too because, like our trade whisperer has educated us and said, college is like business, right? But a lot of people weren't taught that college is business. And I went to college. I got a bachelor's degree in business marketing. Actually getting ready to go back and get my MBA now. But I'm a businessman. I'm a CEO. I do a lot of business things. But with that being said, most people don't think about college when they come out of high school and think about, is this a good business decision, right? You don't actually sit and analyze, how am I going to pay for college? Most people don't talk about it. They just say, and I'm being honest, right? Because I grew up in, like always, people know my background. My mom was disabled. I grew up on child support and financial and government assistance, right? So didn't have a lot of resources, didn't have a lot of money. Was able to go to college because a lot of fast food and football sports, right? But growing up in the lower economical part of the world, you have a lot of people who their definition or their goals for you is just go to school, go to college. But how are you gonna pay for that? A lot of these kids should be learning. You need to go learn a skill set. You need to learn a skill set, whether that skill set is trading, whether that skill set is carpentry, whether that skill set is plumbing. A lot of people could learn a skill set and then get their education. But instead, we go straight to education as if that's the only route, because that's been the route that's been pushed upon most of us as a generation. And you start to look and say, all right, well, now you have generations like, yo, I'm not going to college. I'm gonna do something else, right? A lot of these younger generations are waking up And this is why the BYOB movement is so important, because we have a educational system for them to be able to plug into. Because one thing I'm gonna tell you, whether you decide, if you're listening to this stream and you're considering, do I want to go to college or should I do something with school? No matter what you decide to do, you have to continue to educate yourself. You cannot, the other pitfall of some of the people who got the mindset of like, I don't want to go to college, and college is scam, which I understand. That's no shot at you, Lieutenant Money. But the people who be like, college is scam, because I get it, for real. I understand. But the part of it that is not is education. If you think this is a scam, then you just at home popping popcorn and watching TV all day, talking about who you going to be. I got a couple cousins. Every time I go see them, man, I got this going on. I got this plan. I got that plan. They the biggest planners in the world. They tell me everything that they gonna do, but nothing that they're doing. What are you doing? They tell me everything they planning. Oh man, I plan to start this business. I'm about to get into the trucking industry. I'm about to start selling ice cream. I don't know. They just tell me all types of stuff they about to start doing. They about to plan. But what are you doing, right? Like, give me your action. Show me the fruit. Show me the fruits that you're producing. So no matter what you do, you really have to get to a point where you continue to educate yourself. And being honest, it's hard a lot of times to educate yourself if you don't have a teacher, right? If you look at the Karate Kid, he was doing the whole karate thing, but he had a sensei. You need to have someone to help lead you. Come on into the BYOB movement. We your sensei. We got some stuff we can help you. We got resources for you. We can help you elevate and climb this staircase of education and learning that you're gonna have. And most of the time, if you don't have some resources or a mentor to help you, you're gonna get to a point where you hit this brick wall. It's whenever you learn something, it's a point where it becomes easy. You get it, you can read a book, you understand what's going on. But then as you go up this exponential slope, it starts to get a point where the knowledge becomes above your head, if you will, right? It becomes so high that you can't even grasp the concept. And then you're like, it's like thinking about like when I first started to learn about not just cryptocurrency, but when I first started to learn about different what word am I looking for? Like different levels of dimensions and look, now I can't even think of the word. It's losing me. But anyways, my point is
strategies. I don't know.
No, it's not that. It was it'll come back, and I'll bring it when it come back. But my point is you'll get a point where whatever you're learning is too difficult for you to grasp, and you'll want to quit. But when you have a coach, when you have a mentor, when you have someone to help you, you'll be able to push forward past that point of wanting to quit, and then you'll be able to reach greatness. But greatness is always on the side of difficulty. You always gonna have a side where you want to give up and you want to quit. If you don't, you're not thinking big enough and you're not doing big enough things. You are staying below your potential if you don't have a point where you want to quit, So education is key. It does not have to be college. I'm telling you, and that's why you need to plug in the systems like this Be Your Own Bank movement, because it's a whole system that can educate you along the way on how to make money, how to read, how to profit, how to understand the charts, how to have a strategy that teaches you the charts. So that way you're not just going out there gambling with your money. You got a strategy with your money. You strategizing, and you actually starting to get to the point where you can compound. And let me tell y'all, once you get to compounding, oh boy, it's a whole nother world there. But we're gonna wait. That's a secret. We'll tell you about that secret of compounding later. Well, definitely education is key.
Okay, so I want to share this story. No, this is good. Don't we all like a little compound here, compound there?
Mm-hmm.
So I was sharing this movement with someone that I love, and he had the privilege of speaking to the visionary. So long story short, what I do love about the movement is your mentors, your coaches, they see things you don't see, right? One, they've been there. They've had the experience. And a lot of times, and they should be more advanced than you, right? You shouldn't be coaching your coach. But anyways, I mean, unless Jesus tell you to minister to them. But anyways, but the reality is I was listening to he helped me listen to what people are saying and what they're not saying, which is something I do all the time, but I still miss stuff. I'm kind of human being with some DNA, so I miss stuff. And so I was listening to him speaking. One of the things that he said that Mr. Rogers picked up that I didn't, but I heard, I heard, but I didn't pick it up. He told him, the person who I exposed the movement to, Sharon, he's like, all that sounds good, but I don't like doing things that I can't control, and the market you can't control, and I don't like being, but you do this and that. So not listening. But then he goes, Visionary had asked him where he worked at, and then he explained what kind of position he has. And so we just let him talk, whatever. So the guy, the conversation, and the thing that he pointed out was, he said he didn't like, and I wrote it down, that he never liked being put in a position where he does not have full control, but he goes and clocks in at a job that can fire him any moment. And the type of job that he works, it has a high turnover anyways. And then he also stated from the person who I was exposing the movement to, he has degrees. He's educated, right? He went to college, but the position that he's holding now doesn't match the degree that he has, right? And so he was like, he's indoctrinated. He feels he achieved this, he reached this, he knows everything. And so, no, you don't. You don't, because then there's a line where you're just only book smart, but not real life smart, right? Yes, it's good to read out of a book, but also you have to have real life applications. And then what he said was, like he said, a job you have no control. We done went through COVID. They can cut your job in a minute. They can cut your hours. They can say they don't need you. I'm in Florida. It's whatever. It's a no-fault state. They don't have to give a reason why they let you go. So when he said he works at a job, but he doesn't like doing stuff that is out of his control, he contradicted himself. And I'm like, my God, he did. But I didn't pay attention to that. So one thing Miss Reed was speaking about today on our women's conference, but on our women's clubhouse today, the ladies was on there, BYOB ladies showing out. And she said that, and she's 85 years young, and for her to say that mentors shorten your learning curve, someone 85 years young is getting mentored within this organization, within this movement, and she's not saying, why I gotta listen because they're younger. Why do I have to? She understands the value of listening to the mentorship and following the process. And as well, her husband is doing the same thing, and they're 85 and 86. BYOB, 777, and for those who don't know what that means, and within our movement, 777 means cashed out, got money, profit, secured the bag, ching-a-ling, you're paying yourself, you got liberty, you got freedom. Any day that ends with the Y is all accessible to you. And so why is someone who is 85 and 86 years young understanding that you need mentorship? Because really in school, did they really teach you about mentorship? Right.
Nope.
Nah, not at all.
So yeah, so I just wanted to drop those.
I know, and you were saying how education should be different than indoctrination, but unfortunately, it kind of intertwines in America sometimes. Because
True story.
in school, like you kind of, even some teachers say that, about and when Martel was talking earlier, I was hearing like information, education.
You're breaking up a little. Try it again. Well, we'll have to catch you when you get your system back, because it was sounding good. It was sounding good.
You hear me now? Y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes.
So I was saying, like, when Martel, what I was hearing, like, is people give information about education without explanation. So it's like people will say, and like I say, even teachers have said, you want to finish school so you can go to college and, get a good job. And it's like, okay, but like on that job. I'm going, you know what I mean? Like nobody there isn't in high school, and I ain't saying, well, I'm gonna say it should be. Like there's no classes on entrepreneurship. There's no classes on owning your own business. Like you said, there's not even any, mentorship that has, people that left the high school coming back to like mentor the kids and kind of, it's a lot of stuff that's needed. And one thing I feel like is needed most is, like Martel said again, like a trade, a skill set. I'm done.
So important, new type of money. And when you think about what you just said, how many people are, when they listen and when they think about this, they never learned about how to start your own business. They never learned about money and how it works. When I went to school, I didn't learn about taxes. I didn't learn about interest. I didn't learn about compounding. I didn't know none of. I learned a lot of these concepts when I became a part of the BYOB movement, right? And when you think about this, think about how many people, when you tell them you can be your own bank, right away, some of them, the concept is so foreign. It's so foreign to them that when you tell someone they can be their own bank, they're like, oh, that's a scam, right away, because they still confused about money. Still confused about it. They never learned it. And I always tell them, we have to give grace and we have to give them some time, but we got to be firm with our understanding of what we know, because we know what we know. We're not telling you what we think. We're telling you what we know. Right. We 777 over here, right? We profited, we cashing out. We're telling you this to bring you onto the ark with us. We're not telling you this because we in the flood. The flood is happening. The financial flood is here. Look at the gas prices. Look at how much it costs to go buy a loaf of bread. Look how much it costs to go buy milk, right? Look how much it costs to just go do any type of expense. If you're buying a house right now, the market is extremely high. Even the materials, you can't go outside and plant a garden in your backyard without the cost of dirt being higher, the cost of wood being higher. You can't, like, everything is extremely out of control right now, right? And we see it's just continuing to happen in this market. But we're in a market that no matter whether it's up or down, being a part of this BYOB market and understanding the strategy, we can still profit. We can still be able to feed our families. We can still be able to continue to grow. And that's so important. A lot of people have not been given the opportunity. So if you're listening right now, you should be thankful, and you should thank whoever shared this or sent you to listen into this, because you right now are hearing the answer that God is bringing to your prayers. You've been praying for this. You've been praying to have something to help you change your life, something to help you be able to move your finances, that can help your kids, that can help your family, that can help yourself, right? You've been praying for additional resources and support. Here you go, the BYOB movement, BYOBmovement.LLC.com. You can go right now and become a part of the movement, right? You can reach out to anybody that's talking right now to give you access to this privilege, right? And it is truly a privilege, and understand that. Like, I think if we take that concept and hone in on it, we would be more grateful and we would appreciate it more. You have amazing people such as Miss Monet and New Type of Money. These people are amazing in what they do. These people are amazing in their own right, in their own industry. They are already busy and successful changing the world. They do not have to stop their time and come on here and educate and talk to us, right? But they are amazing enough to give us their time to come spread this information. So it's such a privilege, and I'm thankful for both of them for being on the call, because the amount of value that they are delivering just to serve the community is priceless, right? And so don't take this opportunity for granted. You've been wanting to change your life already, and if you're already in the movement, double down. Spend more time with your charts. Spend more time connecting with people and bringing people in so they can see the power that they can change their life the way that we are all changing our lives, right? So I just get a little passionate right there, and I don't want to run off the what we're talking about through that. But seriously, take advantage of this opportunity, because it is a blessing, and it is what most of you have been praying for and asking God for. A lot of times God will bring us what we want, and it's right in front of our face, but it might not have came in the package that we wanted it to, so we don't take advantage of it. Well, this your package, so take advantage.
It don't look like the package you want. It don't look like what you want. You wanted a round box and it came in a square box. Get out of here.
That man might not be 6'3", Miss Monet. He may be 5'9", but he's the best man ever.
I was just about to get him.
He's a great man.
That's the spirit. I was just about to get him.
But he's a
May not have muscles. He may not have muscles, Miss Monet.
Whoa.
He's tall, dark,
that's not what the Lord said. He don't gotta be
tall, dark, and handsome. He may be short, fat, and nothing.
Whoa, that's not ministry right there. That's not me. Y'all silly. And I am aware of that, you know, hey, God blesses you however he may bless you. God, you know what I want. Thank you. But anyway. No, but I like that you brought that up, Martel, about, for real, it didn't come in the package that we expected, so we rejected. Bars, put me on the next song. Bars, but this is the reality, because I think, and also what people want is the package to be, what's inclusive of the package is easy. Not, you know, you want to open the package and bam, everything's done for you. And no, this is, you got to do it. You have to, what we say, come to your own rescue. You have to do it, because who's going to reap the reward? You. Right. So when it, you know, we've been praying, God, I need to find multiple streams of income. I need something that's recession proof. I need, you know, I could have lost my job. A lot of people are having reality checks right now. And we understand that what we've been taught is not working to the degree that we thought it would work. And so what do? We think outside the box. And outside the box means exactly what they say, unlearning what we've learned and getting around movements, people who have results, people who are walking the walk, talking the talk, the life that we want to. Listen, there are so many self-made, I'm not just talking about individual, but self-made first generation millionaires. In fact, you guess what they did? They did that one thing that their other family member didn't do. And it's not that they're better, but hey, if you want more, better, and different, you got to go out and you got to go reach for it. And it will surely come. But when it's more, better, and different, you got to put a little work in sometimes. And that's okay. It's okay. You have to put in work. If you know, if we didn't put in work, if we didn't have to put in work, this would be a perfect world, right? Everything would just be, and it's not. You got to put in work, just like you put a work in your relationships, just like you put on working with your fitness, with understanding money, with joining movements. It's all work, but it's worth it. The work is valuable, right? It's valuable. And once again, and within what we're saying is within this movement, this skill set that we have, you know, what school doesn't do is prepare you for economic shifts. It doesn't prepare you for what if the economy collapse. It doesn't, because you know what? The same people at the school, not knocking, but they're going to be going through the same thing you are, because they got the same information. So now is the time for us to step it up and read those personal development books, get with movements like the BYOB movement that is shifting narratives with proven results. And you have total control, right? You, once again, you make money on any day that ends with the Y. And as I said, it's not just about the money. You're going to make money. You need money. So we ain't even gonna do that. You need money. You want money. You want money. Stop playing. Stop playing. You do. But a lot of those people, 777s in those chats, I want to elaborate it as well, is their freedom, is them being able to take care of their grandkids. That 777 is a woman or a man in a very bad relationship being able to fund themselves and move in a better place to escape that toxic, or maybe their life is on the line, right? It's so many things that 777 can represent. That 77 can represent healthcare. That 77 can represent a car that you were trying to drive. That 77 can represent paying through college. But I remember one woman who wouldn't pay for her child's braces because she said she wanted 777 to pay for his braces and not have to put it on a payment plan. It's opportunity. It is freedom, and it is liberty. And if you're choosing today to not 777 because of you got to go to school, make those good grades, get that good, go get that degree and get that good job, but once again, is it preparing you when the economy shifts? And let me piggyback off of something I said earlier on the women's conversation. It's what Martel was saying. The gas is going up, the milk going up. So let's be real. I was just watching something with a farmer, a lady farmer. She was saying, y'all think the gas is high and the food is going up? Wait till the next few months. It's going to be crazy. She said, you know how? Because she used to go to the store, whatever, for her cattle or whatever. And she said, this barrel or whatever you call it of hay used to be $4. And something else, some type of feed used to be $8 or $10. She said this barrel of hay today was $20. And this feed was whatever dollar amount. But she said, usually I spend about $20 to feed my cattle for a week. And I spent over $50. What does that mean? That means that because their stuff is going up, what you think gonna happen?
Our stuff is gonna go up.
What, where, when, how, and why? And then someone put in the chat, my trainer has cows. Even the chicken feed is up. Yes. So if the farmers, the people who give us the food, the people who, our dairy, our poultry, our meat, our pork, all of whatever you eat, those people who that we purchase our foods from on an everyday basis, that they supply our stores, the Walmarts, the different stores that you shop at, the prices is going to go up. There is no ifs, ands, and buts around it. So if they're paying more to feed their animals, what you think gonna happen? What do you have to do? We're ahead of the game, right? We're gonna wait till the last minute and then be forced to learn this? Or would you not want to put yourself in a position where you get ahead of it, and when it happens, it don't even feel like it happened? I'm done.
That way.
So basically, Miss Mona, you saying you need to shift with the shift and come on in that BYOB arc. Why it's not yet raining.
Yeah, while it's not raining. Because best believe when it starts raining, people are going to try to jump aboard. And are we going to be here? Yeah, but we're going to be surfing, swagging, doing all that. We're going to be good. And then what I don't want to happen to people, and it's going to, the reality, because we'll watch, we'll see it happen, and we'll do nothing. And then when it really hits, when the stuff really hits the fan, then now we're scurrying. Now we're in a frantic, now we're in a frantic mindset. Now I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I got to do. But the answer was right here in front of you the whole time. And now, where you were in a position to be ahead of the game, now there's going to be a lot more pressure on you. And it's not, you're still going to get it. You can still learn it. It's not going to take away, but why do it? Why not do it when the getting is good and you have that freedom, instead of with your neck being forced and you being held down and being taken captive by the economy to shift, right? So that's just something, let's get ahead of the game, fam.
Be proactive, not reactive. You must become proactive. You cannot be a reactive person, right? I always learned about when it comes to being a leader, or when we talk about in football, if you reacting to everybody play, you a step behind. That means you're behind the wheel. You behind the play. When you're being proactive, you're creating the energy. You're creating the momentum. So if you as an individual, if you want to, with your finances, do you want to be reactive and be a step behind? Be a step behind, just receiving whatever's given to you? You getting the leftovers, or are you gonna be proactive and be the one to go get your future, go demand what your future should be? And planning for the future is planning in the now. It's not planning in tomorrow. Tomorrow never gets here. Tomorrow never comes. The present is always right here. So right now, right here, go make a decision. Make a decision. Stop being indecisive. Stop being indecisive about your dreams. Stop being indecisive about your goals. Stop being indecisive about yourself. Make a decision, commit to who you are, commit to what you want, and you'll see your life start to unfold. But until you start to do those things in you mentally, everything you do is going to continue to have that same type of cycle, right? And speaking to my man, all the men out here, if we don't commit, our whole household has this cycle that is unshaken. It's a whole house that's not together. Our woman don't know how to lead and how to follow, because she don't know what to do because we not committed. The children don't know what to do because we not committed. We must commit, decide what we want, make a plan for what we want, and then stick to the action and manifest that into our lives. Because if not, man, I'm telling you, you are going to look up and life is going to happen to you instead of you happen to life. And that is not where you want to be. It's just not. It's not where you want to be. So be proactive, everybody. Please, 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 please. And I'm telling you, please, because we already being proactive. This is for you, okay? I want you to change your life. I want you to elevate yourself, period. You know, we've been proactive just by being on this call. So get it together, y'all. I want y'all at the top with us. We're going to see you at the top. We at the top. We want to see you up here too. Come on up here with the big dogs.
That's amazing right there. I truly believe that, and like I talk about in my book, it's like nobody really told us that you were. Nobody told you that you're the answer. Like, so we go looking for answers outside of ourselves. Nobody ever told me that I was a business. Nobody ever told me that I was the bank. So that's why I went and put money in a bank until I didn't know I was a bank until I ran across BYOB, and they like, you can be your own bank. You know what I mean? And that, like, you saw a whole song manifested from that revelation. You know what I mean? You can be your own bank and take, but it's like nobody ever taught me these things, that I am a business. When the reality is, I mean, we're living in what, and I don't want to get too deep, but we're living in the United States, and the United States is a business, period. It's a business from the time you're born. Once you get your little Social Security number, with the number on there, you are property, meaning go out and make us some money because you are a property, you are business. And I understand everybody don't want to run a business and, own a business, but it's either you gonna be a business, create a business, or work and build with for somebody else's business. So which one? It's the choice is yours.
Which one?
You can be your own bank, or you can put money in the other banks or businesses and allow them to do the same thing we doing with your money. I mean,
I am a business. I am a bank. My lamb. My.
I need to change I'm gonna go change my affirmations tonight.
It's my affirmation. Let me add that.
No, that's. Oh, I'll let you go.
Go ahead, Martel. You
I was thinking that's deep, and hopefully I won't get in trouble for this reference, but it's a real reference, and y'all should be able to learn from it. So there's a book called Iceberg Slip, and this book he talks basically about America and about how America and quote unquote the pimp game is hand in hand. And what he tells you and what he explains to you is that the systems that we've been grown up to be, that we've learned, have basically taken advantage of us at every single step. And at some point, until you actually pay attention and realize how the world and the systems that we've been in have taken advantage of us, and how you can flip that and take advantage of the system to create freedom for yourself, your family, your generations, you will forever be getting pimped. You will forever be getting taken advantage of by the systems that we've been brought into here in America. And that's as real get. And a lot of us don't want to have that hard level conversation of we're being taken advantage of. We know it, we feel it. We feel like, somebody's taking advantage of us, but we feel like there's nothing we can do. There is something you can do. And it starts first by mental enlightenment and then financial stability, right? Because then once you have those two things, then you can start to guide your arc and drive your boat to where you want to go. But if you don't have those two things, you can't whoop the ride. If you don't have the mental enlightenment to understand what you should think about, how you should think, and how you should feel about yourself, like Aaron Wells' new type of money book tells you about, which go get that on Amazon. But like his book educates us about self-enlightenment and our own being ourselves, being able to literally learn from yourself and believe in what you think because you have the answers. They're internal, not external. The system tells you everything you need is external. You need something, you should go search for an external resource, which you typically have to pay for, and then you got to pay a little bit more, and then a little bit more, then a little bit more to continue to get these help from the system. You come over here to the BYOB movement, you become empowered. At the end of the day, no matter what, you come, stay, leave, go. We want you to stay forever because we're going to help you grow forever. But regardless, when you come get this information, you are empowered for the rest of your life. Your family's empowered. Whoever you want to educate, they're empowered. But when you're just sitting here and you're not actually, you're just going along with the system and you're getting taken advantage of until you realize that. Like the first step is realization, right? They say that when people go to different, when people have addictions and things like that, they say the first thing you have to do is admit, I admit that I've been getting taken advantage of by this system. We should almost, I should come in like it's the anthem. My name is Martel Matthews, and I've been getting taken advantage of by this system. That was the first realization before I had to admit it. I had to admit that, and I will no longer allow this system to take advantage of me. I will empower myself to have wisdom, to have power, and to have glory over my life because I am a child of God, and there's nothing on earth that is above me. I have dominion on everything on this planet. So when you start to understand that and commit to that, you start to create the life you want, but you have to admit it first. You can't be living in the matrix and then be feeling and telling yourself that I'm not being controlled. Oh, nothing's taking advantage of me. I control everything in my life. No, you don't. If that was the case, you'll be doing whatever you want right now. Half of y'all at work, it's 4:52. You know what I mean? No shade, just saying. No, you don't. So start to understand what you do and don't control, and then you can actually let go of those strongholds and break free of that so you can live a life and control life the way you want to. All right, I'm done.
Man, it's killing.
Right. So something I want to share, and it goes right along what you're saying. Once again, one of my favorite people between Miss Dyer and Mr. Rogers to speak to, because they love talking to me, I guess, or whatever. But anyways, we were talking about the systems, and one thing that Mr. Rogers stated was systems do what they're meant to do. That's it. Systems do what they're meant to do. And we can't even be mad at the system. System is going to work how it's supposed to work. But just like what Martel said, this is when you get empowered. Therefore, a system doesn't matter. You're the system. I'm the bank. I'm the system, right? I'm the system. I am the solution. But yes, most of us have been taking advantage of it, but now it's time for us to utilize the advantage of understanding, the advantage of being empowered, educated, enlightened. Like we say, an educated trader is a profitable trader. If you're not educated, you're not going to execute as like you want to, and your growth within learning the skill set is going to be delayed. And that's not what we want for you. Education is so key. And it's also, what are you being educated upon? No, we're not going to just say, watch this video and go about your business. We're a family. We're a community empowering people all over the world. And, empowerment is so contagious. It's so contagious. It's a good contagion. It really is, right? Because what happens is, only thing that can happen is more empowerment if you do it right. That's why we make sure that we teach you are the signal. You don't got to wait on. We teach you to understand the movement. We teach you to understand how to make money work for you, because nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that away from you. They can't take your knowledge. They can't take your education away from you. People will always throw false beliefs at you, though. You can't. That's too hard. It didn't work for the last. You know what? Not that many people, those are things, false beliefs. And they're trying to put them on you because they don't believe. I'm going to say you reject that, rebuke that in the name of Jesus. It don't work like that. This is your season. This is your time. Put in the work. Work your faith like your faith works. And yes, faith does mean you got to go in your pocket sometime. It does mean you got to sacrifice sometime. It does mean you can't hang out all the time. It does mean some of that. But the reward, when you learn this skill set, you can live life how you want to, and that is on your own terms. And that's the best way to live your life, fam. So, it's time to understand, it's time for you to get education. YouTube University for the new graduates or the everyday graduates. YouTube don't take care of you. Yes, YouTube is a great tool, but it's not the same as having a coach or mentor or a whole movement behind you, in front of you, and around you, right? Pushing you, elevating you, and motivating you, and giving you the tools, resources, and skill set you need to, whether you never talk to anybody in this movement ever again, that you will always be empowered. That's what movements do. So I just want to drop that before we close. Anybody want to share some other stuff? Because this is really good. This is really good.
Before we go, I always have to end it with something, Jim. I'm extra. But
yeah, no.
I can be at times. But BYOB, the BYOB movement and its members have, thanks to Mr. Rogers, Miss Tasha Dyer, we have cracked the code. We have cracked the code. The code to what every human being wants. They may not know they want it, but every human being wants this. And it's one word: freedom. Freedom. Nobody wants to be bound. Nobody wants to be bound. I don't care if you may have got bound and may have gotten used to it, but you don't really want to be there.
Talk.
So come on. Be free. Be free.
Get some of this freedom.
Don't you want to smile? Don't you want to be your own bank and take your time while you're learning? Because where you about to be is not where you reside currently.
So we got a lot of fire emojis in the chat, man. This is what it was about. So, man, we gotta finish. We gotta end this. I don't even like this. This ain't even right. But man, like, this is why we're smiling. The impact. Look, we're all over the world. I'm hailing from Jacksonville, Florida. Where are you hailing from, Martel?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
New type of money, Aaron?
I'm in Jacksonville at the moment now. Ain't no telling where I may be. He's
in Jacksonville.
He's
the nomad. So
I want to say
someone put in the chat, he's an answering God. They pray for this. Amen. Go ahead, Martel.
But just before we close out, I just want everybody to know. Oh, hold on. Look, I didn't turn the video off. Look, I want you to know seriously that it's cheaper to be yourself. Don't try to be like everybody else. It's cheaper to just be you. But some people may talk about you because you want to learn a new skill set. Some people may say, why you waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning? You crazy. You trying to hop on videos 5 a.m. in the morning to learn a new skill set. Some people may say, why at 7 o'clock you on the call learning how to trade the market? Why you ain't watching this new gossip show or why you ain't watch Love and Hip Hop? Why you ain't watch this? Man, hey, blinders, put some headphones in and just be you. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be your goals. Be what you want to be. Create the lifestyle that you want to create. Don't let everybody else try to tell you who you should be or how you should be. Just be you, because it's cheaper to be you. All the time, it's cheaper to be you. So I just wanted to say that before we wrap up, because I love y'all and I'm grateful.
They lighting up the chat with the fire emojis today.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna quote you, Brother Martel, but I'm still in that. It's cheaper to be you.
It's cheaper to be yourself. Expensive.
Yes, sir.
It's less expensive. So listen, fam. Tonight, for those who are interested in the movement, as you should be, if you have not already been, or if you have a family or friend that you want to share this movement with, we have a economic empowerment call tonight at 7:30 via Zoom. Man, make sure you connect with one of us or the person who have showed you this live. Connect with one of us, and we'll go ahead and get you on the call as well. Reach us at beyourownbankmovement.com. Get that Kingdom Currency, kingdomcurrency.exchange, and get our BYOB movement app. Get the app. We will see you on Clubhouse on Wednesday, where you get to join the conversation as well. We love you guys. Have an awesome, amazing, fantabulous day. Mob Squad, we're out of here. Mob Squad out. And until the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.